All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to our Yuakim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And this is another news and prophecy. And I wanted to follow up on this article that we were bringing out yesterday at camp, which is entitled, "Is Western Civilizational Decline Too Advanced to be Reversed?" And the answer is yes, because this place is way too far gone. All right. There's no solution. There's no strategy that's going to bring America back to its so-called former glory. You know, its prosperity, so to speak. All right. Because as we talked about at camp, the scriptures go into Revelation, the 20th chapter, where it speaks about how Satan was loose for a little season. Well, now that little season is over, because the bottom line is this. All right. Babylon, America's time has expired. Okay. Let's get this word for expired. So expired, the definition reads, it says, having come to an end or become void after passage of a period of time. You see, so that time is up. All right. And we're going to come back to this article here, but I just wanted to read this. This is from creators.com. This came out January 13th, 2022. All right. The headline, it reads, it says, the average empire survives for 250 years. Is America at death's door? See, this is the spirit. All right. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. And it reads, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see that? So this is it for Babylon. Okay. Is America at death's door? You see? So let's read on a little bit. All right. Because this is the topic of discussion. All right. That America's time has ran out. So it says studies show that an empire survives on average a mere 250 years. Did you know that? To put that into context, the world's oldest person recently died at 124 years old. So she lived nearly half as long as most empires do. Most Americans are unaware of this small but crucial statistic, which may suggest much about our country's future. It is past time for Americans to confront the painful reality that our time as a world superpower may be limited. You see, this is heavy, right? It says it is past time for Americans to confront the painful reality that our time as a world superpower may be limited. And it is time to explore how to slow down what frankly is inevitable at some point. All right. This cannot be stopped. America's destruction cannot be stopped. It says that the United States global domination will not persist indefinitely. This may be difficult to grasp and accept, but it has never been true for any civilization in the past. And it will never be true for any society in the future. Right. So let's add on to that. This is Acts 17, verse 26. And it reads, it says, and have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of the habitation. Right. So the Most High is the one that determines who rules and who falls, pursuing Daniel 4 in verse 17. Let me read that too before we go back to that. This is Daniel 4 and 17. Right? This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. And it reads, it says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers. All right, the prophets. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. See? and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. So the Most High is the one that's in control on who rules and who falls. He's the one that sets up empires to be established and to fall. All right. So going back to Acts 17, I want to read this in the NLT. Acts 17 and verse 26 again. In the NLT, and it reads, it says, "For one man he created all the nations throughout the whole earth. He decided beforehand when they should rise and fall." See? And he determined their boundaries, as we read in Job chapter 14 and verse 5. The Lord has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You see? So going back into the read here, and this is the reality that the people have to accept. All right, you Edomites, you 2/3 that are fighting for the survival of America. It's over with, man. All right, but read it on here. It says, as we consider historical empires, it is worth noting that the vast majority of Americans do not regard the United States as an empire in the classical sense, despite the fact that many people throughout the world do. However, for the purposes of this column, the United States, although being modern in every meaning of the word, does not indeed qualify as an empire. All right, let's jump down. Get to the point here. All right. So it says in 2026, the United States of America, founded in 1776, will celebrate its 250th anniversary. Right. So 2026 will be 250 years of America ruling. All right. This is highly spiritual, man. This is how we know that we're very close of this place being completely destroyed. It says, reading this again, in 2026, the United States of America, founded in 1776, will celebrate its 250th anniversary. We're rapidly nearing the 250th anniversary of the fall of the most previous civilizations, with ongoing internal turmoil ranging from race to financial disparity to political tribalism, and other countries gradually pulling away from the orbit of U.S.-led supremacy. It appears that the tides are turning against us. I fear that this mere statistic may soon become a reality that alters the course of our lives. See? After all, many citizens and politicians will celebrate our downfall, not realizing the perilous impact it would have on the freedoms they believe they do not have. So let me read that again. It says, after all, many citizens and politicians would celebrate our downfall, not realizing the perilous impact it would have on the freedoms they believe they do not have. I am not sure if it will be a huge international conflict, a financial catastrophe, or a civil war that causes the United States to fall apart. But I do believe that learning from the past is critical if we are to slow down the inevitable, right? So, this thing is going down, man. All right. And that's all we need to read. Let's see if there's anything else. All right. But that's pretty much the point, man. All right. All empires had a rise and a fall, and America, Babylon is no different. So this is what we were pretty much going through in the camp lesson, man. That transition of power, we're in the midst of it right now. Okay. So the fall of the Edomite is going to be violent and very chaotic, man. All right. Because we're in a time of what? Of civil war and a complete societal collapse. This is why we were saying in the article that, these devils, these Edomites are in shambles, man. All right. They know that they can't stop, from America going down, and also, many people are becoming aware of the true oppression, from this system. All right. So pretty much it's a wrap in general. All right. Let me get this too. All right. This is Job. All right. The triumphing of the wicked is short, man. So this is Job chapter 20 and verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, as we read in this article, man. Okay, the average empire survives 250 years. Is America at death's door? Okay, everybody sees it. The spirit is in the air. The writing is on the wall, man. All right, this can't be overlooked. This is what's being talked about. You see, it says, Job 25, the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. All right, going into Esau's pride. Verse 7, yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Verse 8, it says, he shall fly away as a dream, he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So this is the end of the Edomite. This is the end of the Edomite hegemony, as we always talk about, man. Okay, so all the proof is there, right? So going back to the article here, right? Once again, the headline or the title it reads, it says, is Western civilizational decline too advanced to be reversed? Right? So let's read a little bit. We're going to get straight to the point here. Right? So it says, Trump says he intends to make America great again, and his supporters believe him. I also believe it is Trump's intent. The question is if there's enough left of America to restore. Right? So, this Edomite, he's saying that these are some of the things that he needs to do to bring this place, bring it back to glory. All right. But I want to jump down here. All right. So it says perhaps his advisors again are serving the establishment, not Trump telling him that he needs to moderate his attack on the establishment in order to make himself more acceptable to the ruling elite and less of a target of prostitute media. This is how potential leaders are brought to heel. So pretty much, as we've been seeing, when Trump speaks in the media, he speaks about, bringing America first, making America first, and speaking out against the deep state and all these things. But see, Trump was set up to be a false hope for the right wing, if you will, man, for these Edomites. This is why they're regarding him as the second coming of Jesus the Christ, which is total madness. See, Trump has been set up as a snare for these people, all right, including you niggas too that put your trust into politics and all of that, man. All right, they set this guy up as a false hope, right, and they're gonna find that out in the end, right? So jumping down, it says, Salakia. Let's get to the point. So here we go. So it says the First Amendment prohibits the government for prohibiting the freedom of speech and guarantees the freedom of assembly. These constitutional rights were violated by the Democrats, who turned free speech and assembly into an insurrection. Right? That's why all of this talks, about civil unrest, civil war, martial law. They're trying to get rid of free speech because we're coming into the famine of the word, man. All right. All these laws and decrees to suppress the truth that's going out via the internet. Right. But it says Democrats led by small hat Biden appointed as attorney general. So like it says Democrats led by the JOO Biden appointed as attorney general and by FBI director appointed by Trump ruled that attending a rally to support a president constituted insurrection. It says 1,000 American patriots who attended the Trump rally are wasting away in prison for no other reason than law was used against them as a weapon. The point. It says the destruction of the rule of law is the Democrats and the American left's wing main achievement, right? And it's not just the left wing. And see, this is the thing, as we were talking about, this is what Esau likes to do. He likes to speak on this left, right, Democrat, Republican. But see here, it all goes back to the agenda and the plans of the elites. All right. This is their plan to bring the destruction of rule and law. This is why they have something called order out of chaos. All right. They're going to bring forth order, which is essentially going to be, martial law, lockdowns. Right. But they're purposely, causing the destruction of America. Right. It says, quote, in free America, law is no longer a shield of the people. Law is a weapon in the hands of those in power to decimate the political opposition. President Trump's two loyal appointees, General Flynn and Steve Bannon, were both sentenced to prison. Right, because this is what this devil does. Right, as we brought out Psalms 94, they create mischief by a law. Right, let me get that too. Right, this is Psalm 94 and verse 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity, all right, dealing with you Edomites, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law. And this is why, as we've been bringing out these lessons, there's so many different diverse laws and decrees dealing with the JOOs, the anti-Shem, the suppression of truth. All right. Anybody that speaks against the establishment needs to be fined, needs to be thrown in jail. All these things are being put on the table right now, man. Right. So like I said, that this is all going to aid into the removal of the freedom of speech and your so-called, civil liberties and sovereignty or whatnot. All right. This is why they're passing all these different types of laws. Right. And unrighteous decrees. Verse 21, it says, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn innocent blood. And this is what these devils are doing. These are those crafty counsels going back to the elites. It says, but the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. He shall bring upon them their own iniquity and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, our power shall cut them off. So the bottom line is that, once again, the wicked is about to be cut off for good. All right. But let's read on here. It says another problem Trump would face is that the liberal left have turned education into indoctrination. It says education is no longer the function of American schools and universities. Students are brainwashed that Western civilization has no achievements except racism and exploitation of people of color, which is true. All right. And this is pretty much the foundation of Babylon. All right. Of America. This place was established off of what? Off of rape, robbery, and murder, man, of the Lord's people. All right. And any type of accomplishments, was set up by Jake. But, Jake couldn't get the credit because what? He was a slave. All right. So these are the things that are hunting these devils. Matter of fact, let me get this too. All right. What does scripture say? This is Nahum. All right. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 1. And it reads, it says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. And you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics, you will represent the prey. All right. You're the ones that departeth not. You're the ones that are still in captivity here in Babylon. All right. So America is that bloody city, which is full of lies and robbery, man. From the very foundation and inception of this place was established off of wickedness, man. All right. And Esau, he can't get away. He can't run away from that. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33, just to add on. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Where at? Right here in Babylon, America. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So the Israelites are still in captivity to this day. You see, going back to the point, it says students are brainwashed that Western civilization have no achievements except racism and the exploitation of people of color. It says that whites are racist, that people can be born into wrong bodies. Yeah, that's all the confusion All right. That's all the madness that's sown here. Like the scriptures tell us that in Isaiah 19. Right. It's Isaiah 19 in verse 14. Right. Isaiah 19 and 14, it says, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, man. So the Lord has poured out a perverse and corrupt spirit on this place. This is why everything about America operates in the spirit of error, man. All right. This is why these people are out of their goddamn minds. This is why these kids are finished. All right. That's why this system is collapsing as it's being addressed here. Right. That whites are racist, that people can be born into wrong bodies. Yeah, there's multiple genders. You can identify as whatever you want to be. You know, all of this madness that's pushed. All right. The way that people think, their mind, you know, their mindset. It says that the Constitution is in the way of progress. Right. This wokeism shit, you know, it says the normalization of sexual perversity, as we talked about, man. You see all this shit dealing with, sex trafficking, the Catholic Church, you know, the pedophilia that's going on. You know, it says the sexualization of young children. Right. They're programming these kids to be hypersexualized, you know, all the agenda that they're pushing on the kids with this alphabetical movement. All right. And as I did the lesson before, you know, this whole alphabetical thing, this whole pride movement was weaponized to destroy this American society as we see it. Right. It says the normalization of sexual perversity, the sexualization of young children, and open borders are turning America into a Sodom and Gomorrah, Tower of Babel. Right. This is the accomplishment of the Democratic Party and the liberal left. No, this is the accomplishment of the global elite, man, the banking elite. All right. These top devils. Right. They're responsible for bringing this place into to destruction. Right. And I want to add some more. Right. This is why this place is going to be destroyed, man. All right. Malachi 1 and 4. I'm sorry. Not Malachi 1 and 4. Habakkuk 1 and 4. And it reads, it says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doeth never go forth, for the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. Right, because there's no morality. There's no boundaries anymore, man. All right. These devils, you know, they push that vibration of do as thou will. You know, there is no right from wrong. You know, and this is why this society is in this current condition here. All right. It was set up this way so that it would fall. That's why I said earlier, there's no bringing it back. Jeremiah chapter 51. And we'll start at 6. All right. The point is in verse 9, but it says Jeremiah 51 and 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. This is why we went into earlier here that America's time has officially expired. Now we live in the time of the Lord's vengeance, right? It says, Jeremiah 51 in verse 7, it says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of our wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? The point, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Verse 9, the point, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is even lifted up to the skies, as we were reading here in this article, man. You know, the normalization of sexual perversity, the sexualization of children. All right. All the madness that's being pushed upon the people here. All right. This society promotes nothing but a deaf culture, and it's going to receive just that. All right. So the point is that all of these things that are being presented, it all ties back to what? The eventual societal collapse. All right. And civil war or whatnot, man. You know? So all these things, as I keep reiterating, are being talked about, you know, the education, the miseducation system, the indoctrination, right? And these Edomites, they don't want the, you know, they hate the fact that their history is being addressed, you know, their dark past. This is why they, you know, they had this thing called critical race theory to try to cover up their past crimes. But we're in a time where all of these things are being revealed. That's that shameful spewing, right? It says, reading on, okay, it says here, it says, so we have in America a system in which the rulers are aligned against America, you see? And like I said earlier, this is what the people realize, okay, that these people are aware of the true oppression from this system, man. Okay, that the rulers that control America are not in the people's best interests. And this is why they're rising up. This is why they're talking about civil wars, martial law, lockdowns, things that happen, and insurrections. All right, because people are fed up. It says, so we have in America a system in which the rulers are aligned against America. America with its constitution, its separation of powers, and its traditions is in their way. As Hillary, John Kerry, the Wall Street Journal editor, CNN, and law school deans have made clear. This is why they want to get rid of the Constitution. All right, freedom of speech, the right to bear arms. All right, so the people can't defend themselves when this system comes down with that wrath. It says, reading on, it says, one might think that Americans might notice that those who believe in America are being marginalized by those who believe in the Constitution's overthrow. There are some Americans who are beginning to realize that the truth is being denied them, see? And this is why there's uprisings. This is why there's seditions, you know, rising up. It says, but are enough catching on in time to prevent the termination of their rights. But the point is what? That it's too late. All right. These things are already set forth in motion, man. All right. Right now, America is just a corporation. It's under the authority now under the WEF and the UN, which they've been boasting about how you won't have any sovereignty, how you won't have any rights. Okay. How you know, there won't be any so-called, you know, freedom of speech. Okay. Things have gone, you know, full blown draconian now, right? This is Psalm 36 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, there is no fear of the Most High before his eyes. For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful, right? The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. Right. So there's no, the scriptures say that his spirit is not upright in him. All right. He was created to be the wicked. Verse 4, it says, he deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Right. So he can't do right if he wanted to. Right. But the point is that it's the elites that have these people in a chokehold, man. It's the elites that are bringing this very system down. All right. So the point of the title or the highlight of this article is that the civilizational decline is too advanced to be reversed. There's no coming back, man. All right. That's the realization that people have to come to grips with, man. All right. That this place is getting ready to go down in flames with great violence, man. All right. These things are happening here. Right. Let me add one more in there. All right. But that's pretty much the point about, you know, Satan's little season being over with, man. All right. This is Revelation chapter 12. Okay. Getting straight to the point. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. See, these devils know that their power is over with, man. Their world dominance is done. All right. So the only thing left is to come down with that great wrath. All right. And he's getting ready to come down upon everybody, man. All right. Everybody that's against this this new world order, this system that they're trying to implement, man. Anybody that's speaking out against the current establishment, man. All right. He's getting ready to come down upon them. You see, so there's no stopping the eventual collapse of this society, man. You see? Let's see if there's any more there. All right, but that's what we were pretty much going through. That's pretty much the spirit. You know? So yeah, that's the point. So let's move on. All right, I want to grab one more article before we wrap it up here. All right? Because you see what's going on. Here's another one. This is from News Target. This came out on October 24th, 2024. It says, Medvedev warns U.S. quest for world domination threatens complete extermination of humanity, right? Let's just read a few paragraphs here, right? So it says, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev of Slovakia, I know I'm not pronouncing it right, is warning the United States to abandon its ambitions of world domination or else risk unleashing a war that could result in the complete extermination of humanity. All right, World War III. Okay, the war of Armageddon, which is all biblical. All right, remember, it's the Lord. Let's get that too. Okay, this is the Lord's script. This is the Lord's movie here. This is Proverbs 21:1. And it reads, it says, the king's heart, meaning the king's mind, is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So this is the Lord's will, that Russia and America collide in this World War III to bring complete extermination of humanity. All right. The Lord is going to use this World War III to bring in that new heaven and new earth. Okay. So this world has to be destroyed. Everything on this side has to be wiped out. It says the current deputy head of Russia's Security Council, Medvedev, stated this week that Washington's goal is domination over the old world as well as over the rest of the world. But that this crusade is leading to the weakening and humiliation of the West, including Europe. It says Medvedev's statements arrived about a week before the upcoming BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia, where the matter of a new global reserve currency to replace the petrodollar will be probably discussed, as well as the proposition of a multipolar balance of world power, this compared to the global domination plans of the U.S. It says what the world needs, according to Medvedev, is a full-fledged counterweight to the U.S., such as what happened during the time of the Soviet Union. A BRICS global power system would constitute this, and it is already in the works. After all, the alternative to such a balance of power is a total war leading to the complete extermination of humanity, Medvedev reiterated. It says, a world without balance in today's condition will not last even a decade. If the West does not realize this simple truth, it is the end of everyone. See? And this is not a situation where death of some will mean the victory of others, right? Because as Vladimir Putin said, he said there is no victory in nuclear war. Nobody wins. All right. So the point is, everything is coming to that inevitable end, man. All right. These are the heaviest times ever right now, man. All right. But like the scriptures say, the end of all things are at hand, and let us watch and therefore be sober. All right. So these things are going down, man, at the end of the day. So the point is that, all right, America, Babylon's time has expired. All right. There's no saving this hole. All right. It's time for this place to be destroyed. It's time for this place to burn. And that's pretty much it, man. So I pray that this lesson was informative and also edifying, man. As you can see, that time is expired. You know, that little season is done for, man. Matter of fact, before we wrap it, let me get that in Revelation, the 20th chapter. All right. Straight to the point. All right. It talks about Satan was loose for a little season, but here's the point. All right. So this is Revelation 20:7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loose out of his prison. All right. Going back to the time of the Renaissance period. All right. Mid 1300s, all the way to this point now. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to the battle, to the number of whom is the sand of the sea. So this is happening right now. Okay? Satan was loose out of his season. The Edomite was put back in power, right? And now we're in the time of what? Of that battle of Gog and Magog, man, Russia. You know, the Lord raised up Russia. And, you know, how's it going? Ezekiel 38, you know, Gog and Magog and the nations aligning themselves with them, all right, to pretty much destroy the West. So we're in that time. This is happening now, man. All right. So we know that war, nuclear war, World War III is close, man, than ever. All right. But I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and Shalom.